Okay, so I have this beautiful scenery behind me because lately I've been so obsessed with the concept of making your life look cinematic. Taking these videos and keeping them so that you can look back on them. And my boy and I had a conversation the other day, and we really went deep into why it's such an important thing to do. And honestly think everybody should be doing something like this. I've been making videos here and there, and I've seen so many benefits that I want to share with you guys in this video. But I want to really full send the whole vlogging experience because I think, again, there's so many benefits and there's so many things that you can gain from it. But yeah, I'm gonna break this video into 4 parts, kind of going over all of the sections of benefits I think you can get, whether it be, sentimental, monetary, etc. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, first things first, man, I think it's just nice to kind of have that visual diary for yourself, just because, we all get busy, and I think we start to forget about a lot of the good memories that we have just because we're so obsessed with the things that we currently have going on or that we will have going on in the future. And, I'm going into my final year of university, right? I'm in my final year of engineering, and there's so many memories that I know I'm gonna make. Getting my iron ring, going through capstone, those all-night benders and stuff. And then, I'll have a lot of family members getting married soon, and I want to kind of keep those in like a time capsule, And that's why I think keeping that visual diary there is so important, because it doesn't always have to be like the big, bright things in life, but honestly, just being able to reminisce on the little things, like those days where you're kind of just doing the regular routine, right? Like maybe you're hitting the gym, going to school, doing homework. It's nice to just kind of be able to look at that and think, I was doing this at this certain point of time, and now I'm doing something else. And then you kind of get to reminisce a little bit and also kind of see, what your life was like back in the day, because, our memories are so strong, but they're also so limited in such a sense. And being able to kind of see that there, and it's not just for yourself either, right? Like, whenever I've had little tidbits that I've recorded for myself or memories with friends, and I'll share them in our shared albums or our group chats, and they can look back on it too. And it's really nice for all of us to kind of be able to reminisce together at some points. I used to have a couple of videos that I rolled around. There was this one vlog I did with like Shagor and Rohan and Rick when we went to the mall one time right before Brian's party. It was a really short little vlog, but I think we all kind of watch it from time to time. Yeah, like it's kind of nice to just be able to see what you were doing at that certain point of time, right? And how far you guys have grown as like a group, or, again, individually, maybe it's you and your partner, right? Like you have boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and you guys have so many memories that you can kind of, look back on. And it's nice to just make it look cinematic, give your narrative, and keep that visual diary there, And who knows, like your kids might be able to look at that stuff. And I think it's a really nice kind of thing to have, have that visual diary there. But yeah, so the second kind of pillar of benefit I want to say is centered around accountability. So I'm a firm believer in the fact that when humans have goals, no matter how big they are, no matter how small they are, these things keep us going, right? They give us that motivation, or they give us that willpower to handle, tough tasks. So let's say you set out a goal to upload once a week and you have only like 100 viewers, right? Dude, that's 100 people watching your videos that are keeping you accountable towards that goal. And so it gives you that incentive to want to meet that. If you can handle little goals, then it makes it so much easier for you to handle bigger goals. So let's say uploading once a week turns into, I want to upload twice a week, because you can handle that. Then you're pumping more content, which gives even more benefit. And it translates to, let's say for instance, you want to do 1 lead code a day, right? And you build that rhythm, you build that cadence, you can handle that. Then you start doing 2, and then lo and behold, after some time, you become a master at lead code. So it's just these habits that really form from, pumping out content like this, even if no one's really watching. And let's say, for instance, you don't even want to upload the video. I have so many instances where I just put the camera in my face while I'm studying, and having that camera in my face gives me that accountability, So I'll record a time lapse or something. I'll never post it, but just the fact that I have a camera there, I'm not even touching my phone, because I'll do it on my phone camera per se. And I'm not even touching my phone, and I'm just so deep into my work, and then I get lost into it. I'm 3-4 hours deep into studying, and then I realize, wow, the whole time I had a camera in my face, right? It's that accountability portion that I think is really, really good. And that's kind of like a secondary benefit when it comes to filming your life like a vlog, because you get that accountability portion to it as well. Pillar number 3, so this centers more around, monetary benefits, whether it's brand deals or whether it's just opportunities in general. So I've got a couple stories on some of the opportunities that I've gotten just based off of, some of the basic content that I pumped out. Dude, I've done a lot of different types of content, like growth content, like software content, that kind of stuff. And so one of the examples is when I first started like growth content, like personal development and stuff like that, I got reached out to by a company called My Future Self, and they kind of just asked me to be a UGC creator. So I was never really like into the realm of UGC, but I talked to them. I got to understand kind of like how you go about hiring UGC creators and what those kind of deals look like. And I didn't go through with it, but it was just a nice kind of opportunity that I got. And then the biggest one is Exponent. So basically, my third internship after I wrap up this second one is going to be part-time with Exponent. So I'm going to be doing growth content for them. And it's going to be really sick, dude, because originally I think I just reached out and they saw that I made content and stuff. And based off of that, they were just like, yo, do you want to do content for us? And so I started doing some UGC for them, but then I was like, man, I'd rather just like make straight content for you guys. And honestly, it kind of just snowballed from there. And it's so sick because I get access to a bunch of different features on their platform, which is really, really cool. And it's going to help me with my full-time grind, which, man, I can't wait to vlog that because I really need to be accountable for doing all the things there, right? There's so many bugs here and stuff, bro. But nice little scenic background again. I'm in the forest this time on this portion of the walk. So easy to just pump out content, dude. Like, I'm on a walk right now and I'm just recording the video as we speak while I'm on this walk. But yeah, hopefully the mosquitoes don't get me. But dude, there's so many monetary benefits you can get too, because now I've got an internship off of making content. I had brand deals and stuff. I've gotten to try out different products, etc. So yeah. Okay, so the fourth pillar of benefit, and honestly, man, this one's really, really wholesome, but it's the fact that you get the ability to inspire others, right? Not everyone likes to see vlogs of people who are majorly successful right off the bat. You know what I mean? Everybody likes a kind of come up story, or people like to relate to people who are in the same situation as them. I'm a young kid, I'm 22, and a lot of people my age like watching that kind of content, right? Like they like watching someone who's in the same boat as them, or maybe they're in the same college or the same uni and they're doing the same thing, they're doing the same program, or maybe you're in somewhere else in the world, but you're in the same ethnic group. A lot of people love to relate. I'm a Hindu and I'm a pretty devout Hindu too. The way I view life is very spiritualistic because I view God as an all-encompassing being who loves everybody, right? And I talk about it sometimes. And there are people who really resonate with that. And they love to just reach out to me, talk to me about that kind of stuff. And it helps them feel heard as well. And it's these things that I really like, man. Like I've had so many people hit me up and be like, hey, Debo, like I like that video you made. It made me feel connected, made me feel like I was part of a group, or it made me feel like you made me feel seen in a way. These things, man, like we live for this kind of stuff, right? As humans, we live to help others, we live to inspire others and really bring them forward. It's nice to be able to be that kind of older brother figure for some people, or even like a younger brother figure too, because there's people who are older than me, but they see some of the videos I make or they see some of the content I make and it throws them back to when they were that age, lets them reminisce and stuff like that. But honestly, man, going ahead and filming your life and making content is something that has unlimited rewards. It's really, really eye-opening as well, because you really just get to look back on the experiences you have in life. Like I said, right? Creating a visual diary, being able to track your growth, and then being held accountable for the things you want to do, seeing monetary benefits alongside that, and then also being able to inspire others. Like that's just all such a beautiful, it's just such a beautiful package, As I get older, I'm going to keep doing this kind of stuff. We'll see if we take it super, super seriously, if we post all the time or if we post from time to time. But I've got a really nice year ahead of me. I'm grateful to God for all of it. It's going to be really, really cool graduating, finding a full-time job, and then maybe moving cities. That's the goal. But yeah, thanks for taking the time to listen to me yap. I kind of like this experience. And again, it's so easy because I'm just on a walk. I'm just filming content as I go from different place to different place. But yeah, peace.